Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan for those that are new, and I am Space Cadet Crypto, and here we're going to be talking about Shiba, Doge, and Leash today. So if you want to stay updated to all cryptocurrency news, I cover everything, altcoins, Bitcoin, stocks. So if you want to stay up to date, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, but let's get right into it. Okay, let's jump into our first piece of news here. It says here, Shiba Inu trends in Chinese social media. So if we take a look at this, it says here that the meme coin craze takes China by storm. Hashtag SHIB, short for Shiba Inu, has become a trending topic in Weibo, China's Twitter-like platform. It says, get this, nearly 180 million people read this topic here and have been 7,500 discussions on just this hashtag alone, SHIB, since last Friday. It says all that talk has turned into action in the markets because it says here, Gate.io, which is an exchange, tells us that the forecast news that we are seeing upwards of $500 million of daily trading volume on Shiba coin. That's super important here because our next piece of news is going to tie perfectly within this. This trading volume is just a huge amount, $500 million of daily trading volume. That's more than a lot of top 20 crypto market cap coins there is. So just $500 million of trading volume. Just because we saw China talk about it, Chinese social media here, Weibo, have millions of people discuss this hashtag. So that's very important here for all SHIB holders, is that we're seeing more and more people talk about this coin. And I think that just started because of that India COVID relief fund. We're seeing a lot of more people talking about it, and we're seeing more news media cover this coin here. We're seeing Vitalik gift this for India, and we're seeing India added to their exchange like we talked about yesterday. And now we're seeing China here trading Shiba, and at a high amount, $500 million, $500 million of trading volume here for the Shiba token. That's pretty crazy. And it says here, I think it was only a matter of time until we saw a Dogecoin project, and that's exactly what Shiba Inu is. We've seen so much enthusiasm. I do have to say China in particular cannot get enough of Shiba. And remember, there's a lot of people in China, so if they start getting added to more exchanges here, the Shiba Inu coin, we can see this thing blow up. And then they also said here, would-be investors took to social media, however, to vent frustrations that all the interest in SHIB had caused a backlog in exchange registrations, as know your customer or KYC requirements for new accounts outpace processing capacity. So that's also very important to note here, is a lot of exchanges here are experiencing a lot of congestion, especially right now, especially with these coins going up 10,000, 1,000, 40,000% in the case of Shiba coin, and they want to get in on the action. They want to sign up, but it takes a while. It takes a while for KYC to verify or the exchange to verify your identity. And so that has been backlogged here, and we've seen a lot of registrations take a long amount of time to get and to start trading and adding money to your account here. So it's always important, not financial advice, always important to have many different exchanges here so you can trade on, because you never know when a different platform is going to be adding a particular coin that you want to trade, or if a server does go down and you want to sell or buy at a particular moment. You don't want to be stuck on just one exchange, and also maybe stuck on an exchange that offers a high amount of fees here when you're trading as well. So it's always good to diversify the exchanges that you use, just in case there's an asset that's been added, or just in case that server goes down here. Not financial advice, but that's always just a good rule of thumb. Is I have multiple exchanges that I use as well. I'm going to be making a video on the different exchanges I use and the best one for your particular situation here. So be on the lookout for that. But that's also just a good piece of advice here, that you don't want to get frustrated because these processing times could take a long time. It could take weeks. Always just be on the lookout for that. Let's jump in some more news here. Let's take a look at this website, Weibo, because we want to see what exactly is going on here. Weibo is right here, and we're seeing here a hashtag SHIB, looking it up, and we're seeing a lot of likes, a lot of discussions here, 110 million reads so far on just this hashtag, 4,000 discussions here. We're seeing a lot of different people just talking about it, you know, talking about Elon Musk and the stocks, crypto, everything here, Vitalik SHIB crash. So it's very popular here that they're talking about Shiba coin, which is very good for Shiba investors here in the mid to long term. So this is also very interesting news here. We've seen Coinbase CFO here go on Mad Money to talk about Dogecoin regulating cryptocurrency and adopting, this keyword here, adopting additional services here and additional assets. And so it says here, what are cryptocurrency investors buying? It says typically the first coin that people are interested in is Bitcoin. the other crypto assets on the platform are seeing an increased volume in trading assets on our platform. So we think that over time and more users are getting engaged with more and more different kinds of crypto assets. And that's what we're excited to see. And also they talked about their Q1 earnings. They had an earnings call, Coinbase, and they also talked about more in depth about Doge. And a lot of questions were coming up about different kinds of assets that were going to be added to the platform. And the CEO was saying that these assets are kind of like apps in the App Store, where they're just going to be millions and millions of assets to be traded, and they're going to be choosing the ones that are gaining the most popularity. And what is that right now? Shiba Coin, Dogecoin, LEASH. These are all upcoming cryptos that are just gaining a lot of popularity with new investors here, especially new investors, because a lot of the old investors did not take these seriously at all. Some still don't take it seriously, even though these market caps are more than what, 5 to 50 billion, 60 billion dollars now for Dogecoin. So you can't ignore it. You can't ignore that price, especially with now not as many investors. Even though we do have a lot of new investors coming to the space, that is still a small drop in the bucket for how many new investors can come in the next coming months to years for cryptocurrency. And so Coinbase is trying to add as many different assets as they can, and they're trying to increase that rate as well. It says here, if we scroll down here, should investors take Dogecoin seriously? We leave that to the decision of our users. We are a platform. We want to offer all assets that meet our listing standards here, and we hope to be that place where you can come and trade anything, keyword, anything you want to trade. That is not the case today. We are slow. We need to add more assets. Of course, they're super slow. They just barely added Cardano not a month or two ago, and Cardano's been on a lot of different exchanges and making so many moves. I don't know why they didn't add that. It's one of the top, I think it's 5 or 6 now, of the top market cap for cryptocurrency. So we need to add more assets. We're making big investments to improve our speed of our asset addition. There you go. Because we saw Binance and crypto.com just added within a day the Shiba token. They're trying to improve their speed too, because they want to be on top of their competitors. If these exchanges are adding Shiba tokens so quickly, they have to be up to speed with the same thing as well, because they're also going to be losing money. They want money to come into their exchange, not out of it. So, but clearly the market is speaking. That's the main point here. The market is speaking. They speak, the exchanges adapt and they adopt, and they start adding these coins on here. So not out of the cards that we are going to be seeing Shiba Inu added to Coinbase anytime soon here. We're seeing Dogecoin added to the next 6 to 8 weeks here, but it could be sooner. It could be literally next week. But obviously their listing standards take a little bit longer than a lot of other exchanges here. So they are taking their time with it, but they're saying within the next 6 to 8 weeks. So maybe we could see Shiba Inu in the next coming months as well being added here, especially if we're seeing more people start talking about it, like we saw with China. And also what we talk about here in their earnings call is the CEO said about volume being added here. So they said, if we see a lot of people talking about it and a lot of volume being made, then we're going to be adding it. And what did we see with the Shiba token? We saw $500 million of revenue of volume being traded within last week. So the volume's there, and Coinbase is saying if the volume's there and the market is speaking and they want to trade anything, then Shiba Inu could potentially be added to Coinbase this year. So that's crazy news. Remember, the Coinbase effect is once they add, or once they start talking about adding a coin to their exchange, the price shoots up. And that's what we saw with Dogecoin recently too. We saw Elon Musk talking about working with the devs, and we saw news right here about adding Dogecoin to Coinbase, and we saw the price skyrocket. It went up, I think, 45 to 50% from the all-time low that we've been having. So that's just crazy to see, and we can see the same thing happen to the Shiba token if they do announce that within the next coming weeks to months. So that is also great to look out for if you're a Shiba holder. But let's jump into the charts and see where Dogecoin is heading, where Shiba token is heading, and where LEASH is heading as well, because that's another coin that a lot of you have been asking me about. Drop your comment down below if you want me to take a look at another altcoin here. And also remember to hit that like and subscribe button here. It really helps the algorithm, helps this video reach more people. And I've been so grateful for all of you guys that have been supporting my channel. I've had a couple thousand subscribers within the last 2 days here, so it's pretty crazy here. Let's keep that momentum going. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications. But let's get right into the price action right now. All right, so let's jump into the charts here. We have Dogecoin that we're starting off with and seeing the price prediction in the next coming weeks to days here. But we do see just this huge move to the upside. Let's measure that move. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. But let's see that move. So from our low here, this is literally 2 days ago. Our low was at 35 cents here, and we did see this nice bounce off of this Fibonacci golden pocket, which is my support box here, which was previous resistance here around the 36 to 39-cent range. We saw a nice bounce here, and let's measure that move. From the top to right now, where we're facing resistance, we see a 66% move from just 2 days. So we did see Dogecoin trading in this descending channel here. I wouldn't call this a bull flag because it's just a huge channel, and the pole here for the bull flag is a little bit longer than the channel itself, the flag. So this is just a descending channel, but descending channels are still very bullish as well, because we want to see the price action come back down before we make our next leg up. You always want to see price action going like this, right? And if it's going the other way, it's going like this. So we saw this descending channel, which is what we're looking at right now, this part. So we are seeing this descending channel. We are facing resistance here at the golden pocket. I found my golden pocket here from using the Fibonacci retracement from the top right here, bringing it back down here to the low. And we see these Fibonacci levels come out of play. And we see our golden pocket here right around the, let's zoom in a little bit more just because kind of. Okay, so we see our Fibonacci golden pocket at the 59 to 60 cent range. And we're seeing that happen right here. We're seeing only wicks come up to this area, this level, and we're seeing huge movements to the downside once we hit that level. So we come back here, hit that level, huge move to the downside, and we're seeing huge moves to the upside here from this area of support as well. So what can we expect here? We can expect here probably a retest of this area here around 50 cents, 46 cents to make our move back here to retest the area of resistance here, because the Fibonacci golden pocket is always, once you're going into the price of the golden pocket, it's more likely that you're going to get rejected and come back down. And if you're coming down from the golden pocket here, it is more likely that you're going to be bouncing off of that Fibonacci golden ratio to move towards the upside. So right now we are getting a slight rejection from this golden pocket ratio, but we could see the price action just come back down here to this 52 cent range and to make its next leg up here, like an Elliott wave, first wave, second wave, third wave, and then fourth wave and fifth wave to come back up here. But we can see that in the next coming days. We do have to break this resistance at the 58 to 60 cent level in order to make it to support to make our next leg up. And our actual price targets from the swing high here at the top from 74 cents all the way down here to 38 cents, our price targets would be these three levels that I have in green: my 1.272 area, my 1.414, and my 1.618. These are all areas where you can take profit, but price targets are 86 or 84 cents, 90 cents, and 98 cents for Dogecoin. Let's also look at the moving averages here, and we do see that we have been trading between the 50, this orange moving average, and the 200 EMA here. We've been in a downtrend, a continual downtrend, but now we're actually starting to see that these moving averages here, we had a bear cross where in the 21, this yellow line crosses over the orange line, the 50 EMA. And so once we had this bear cross, that told us that we're going to be going towards a downtrend here. And we did see that. We saw a rejection from right here, right where they crossed, and we saw the price move to the downside. But now we're actually starting to see the exact opposite. We're starting to see the 21 move up, and we're starting to see the 50 move sideways. So we could get a potential bull cross right here at this moment in the next coming days. If the price actually stays above this level here, above 50 cents, we could see a bull cross happen, and we can see the movement go up to those price targets of 85 cents, 90 cents, and right below $1, which is crazy to see here. Okay, so this is the Shiba token price action we see here. Right now it is trading at 0.000018 cents on USDT here, and we do see here that the price action is kind of weak right now. We are trading, since we had this bear cross right here, once we found out about the news of Vitalik donating the $1 billion worth of Shiba tokens here, we did see the price actually fall and break through two critical levels right here, and this moving average here as well. So we saw the wick go all the way down here. We saw huge selling volume here. The volume candles here, this is buying, the greens are buying, the reds are just increased amount of selling here, and we did manage to break through our 200 moving average here and come down and retest this area. We are still in a bullish trend because we see the 200 EMA still going up and towards the right, but Once we start seeing the red start coming down, that's when we know we're going to be in the bear trend. But right now we're still in a bull trend, and we are finding support here on the 200 moving average. This is the 1 hourly time chart, so it's just going to be in the near future what's going to be happening here. But we are holding that moving average support at 18 cents or 0.00018. But we do have to make it above this. We have to start trading above this support here and start trading above these moving averages, because right now they're not acting as support, they're acting as resistance here. But our next target for Shiba coin would be at that 0.000025 cent range, and the next one would be at that 34 cent range. Let's take a look at some other higher time frames to see some other stuff here. So right here we have our 4 hourly, and we are finding support here on the 50 moving average, which is a good sign to see here. We do not want to be breaking down, because if we break down, our price target would be around the 0.00013 cent range, and then down here we have support here at the 0.000008 cent range here for the Shiba token. We are finding some active dynamic resistance here of the 21 moving average, and so you see how the price is just trading between these moving averages here. We need to break through that, find this yellow line as support here in the next coming days to make our next leg up here, to retest this area of resistance right here around the 25, and then also right here 30, which is psychological resistance, and at the 35 to make it to our all-time target here at 0.0004. So that's what we're looking at right now for the Shiba token. We are trading between these ranges here. If we do manage to break above resistance here on the moving averages, we can expect here a move to the upside. What would that upside be from? Let's zoom in just a little bit more just to show you. So these 4 hourly candles, they're just really small candles, just a very tight trading range here of just between 22 and 18. So it's been trading like that for the last day or two. But if we do see that breakout pattern, here, and we see the price move above this resistance box right here, this area at the 26, we could make our move back up here to 34. Let's measure that move from here. So to our next resistance box would be a 26% move to the upside, and then to our second resistance box here, a 67% move to the upside here. So that's pretty interesting to see for Shiba token, especially with a bunch of news coming out. China is talking about this coin like so much on their website here, on their social media. So I wouldn't be surprised in the next coming days if we see a massive spike to the upside here. But remember, this is a very volatile asset, not financial advice here, but when you're dealing with these assets, you're going to see huge drops to the downside here just as well. So once this price action for the Shiba token breaks through this EMA right here, it's been trading between these two, the 21 and the 50, we could see price target of 34 here, 0.00034 cents for Shiba's price. That's a 70% move almost here. But I want to be keeping you updated with this every day, so remember to like and subscribe. Now let's take a look at the other coin that's been attached to Shiba token, which is the LEASH token here, the Dogekiller, as it's called. So let's take a look at that right now. All right, so for the LEASH token here, we had a high of 2.41 wrapped ether, and it has gone down significantly since we saw the Shiba token also go down as well. So these two are correlated, so they're going to be showing kind of the same momentum in the charts here as well. But we do see this one as a little bit of more of an uptrend here for Dogekiller here for the LEASH token than we see with Shiba token. But we do see this huge move to the downside. How much was that move? Correction. The correction was 76%. So a huge correction here. But we did see a nice move to the upside here, a nice bounce. To that one all-time high would have been a 200% move to the upside here for the LEASH token. So that was a good move. But we do see that we're having a lot of support here at the one wrapped ether area here. So we did have this move to the upside. We did get a big rejection at this point, and we're since coming down. We retested this area as support, so that's a good sign right here. This nice wick here, we tested as support of this resistance box, and we're finding support on the 21 EMA here on the 4 hourly chart. So we could see a potential move back up here to this golden pocket resistance here at the 1.52 wrapped ether for this LEASH token as well. And we do see heavy resistance coming here in this area, but the price target would be to the upside would be here the 1.846 wrapped ether 1.9, 10 wrapped ether, and 2.0 wrapped ether. So it could be worth 2 Ethereum basically, which right now is like $8,000. But right now, at the moment of this recording, it is at 1.1 wrapped ether, so around $4,000. The LEASH token is trading at here. But we do see that we are in an uptrend here, because I drew this line here in the middle, the RSI. If it's above it, that means we're going in an uptrend. Right now, it's retesting this area. So this is a very vital moment here. We do have minimal volume pressure, selling volume here, pressure. We have more buying volume. But if this selling volume continues, we could see the price drop through here. Next price target would be right here at the 0.75. And if we manage to break through that, the 0.58 here. But we're seeing a lot of support here from our support box, and also this 50 EMA that's acting as support. And right now we're also having the 21 as support here. But those are my price predictions for the Dogecoin, Shiba token, and a LEASH token. So if you appreciate this video, remember to hit that like button. Make sure YouTube knows that you're liking this content and it reaches more people. And I'm also very thankful for the recent support I got here on my channel. So that is it. Peace out.